Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place. With AI become a spin, join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
All right. Hello there and welcome to the show. So let me know if you see me, if you hear me. I want to make sure that the camera and audio is all good to go, since sometimes we go live and you never quite know what technical gremlins are going to come up. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Is all good? And then once I get confirmation, we shall begin. Thank you for that. All right, so looks good, sounds good. Then we're going to get started. Now, as you know, this show is all about entrepreneurship, especially how to use new digital strategies to build your first business if you don't have one yet, or to grow your existing business. I have made it my life's mission to help as many entrepreneurs as possible. So I have been building digital businesses myself now for over 2 decades. And through my different businesses, we've generated over $100 million in revenue over those years. And now it's my mission in life to take my hard-won knowledge and share it with you so that I can help you be a more successful entrepreneur, to help you grow faster, make more money, and get your first business started if you're looking to get going as an entrepreneur. Whether it's a new business or your first business. That's what this show is all about. And we're going to be talking quite a lot about some strategies that are very universal today. We're going to be talking about newsletters. You've heard me talking a lot on the channel about creating an email newsletter as a strategy. Today, we're going to talk about that. Plus, we're going to talk about how to get started with email marketing as a total beginner. So let's say you want to start, but you need to build a list and get subscribers, and you just have no idea where to begin. We're going to talk about that today as well. So we have 3 segments of training I'll be doing during this live broadcast. Of course, I'll be doing interactive Q&A with you, all my audience out there at the same time. And yeah, we got a lot in store. And then, of course, the new tradition. We have to go to ChatGPT because I always like to lighten the mood. You know, sometimes I think business can get a little bit too stressful, a little bit too serious. And so we start off the show by lightening the mood and talking about technical issues. ChatGPT, there we go. So there was ChatGPT. So here we go. Tell me a dad joke. Let's see what we get. Oh, this is an old one. We've already actually done this one already. Let's see. Okay. All right, Nick, producer Nick, be ready to rate this dad joke. Here we go.
Okay.
What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
Oh, I know this one.
Nacho cheese.
I'm a little biased. I'm familiar with the joke. I already like it. So that's like a strong 6.
That's a 6. Okay. A 6 on the dad joke scale. All right. Well.
Yeah.
What do you guys rate it out there in the audience? As far as dad jokes go, from a 1 to 10, where do you rate that one? So, of course, we'll come back and we'll get another joke a little bit later from ChatGPT. Now, on to more serious matters. One thing I want to let the audience know before we dive into today's training is that tonight I actually have a special guest that I'm bringing on for a training webinar, and he has a system that he sells as well, some software and training and things like that. But he's going to be coming on to tell us about a very interesting and very unique way he's doing affiliate marketing. And I think a lot of my audience is interested in that. So if that's something that you would like to attend, that is tonight in just a few hours. And producer Nick, can you pop that into the chat? And then do you know how to pin it? I think actually, here, let me get into, I forgot to open up YouTube Studio. So let me get into the studio and then I can pin it from in there. But if you can pop that out there, that would be.
What? I actually don't have permissions to pin things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do it. I think you can do it in StreamYard, but I'll do it in the studio. If you put the link out there, I'll pin it. So let's go into the studio. There it is. So let's pin message. Okay, cool. So I've pinned it. Thank you for that. And you can go there and register, and that is tonight in a few hours. And that is a special guest training. It won't be me doing the training. It'll be my guest. And he has a very unique twist to how he's doing affiliate marketing in a unique traffic strategy, a unique monetization strategy. And then he's going to talk about his system as well, if you're interested in learning more about affiliate marketing. So there is that. And then we're going to get into today's segments. And let me just silence all my various stuff so I don't get interruptions for the show. And all right. So again, the lineup today for today's show, number one, I'm going to be doing training on how to create a newsletter business, even if it's a topic or a niche that you know absolutely nothing about. We'll show you how you can launch a newsletter business with that. And then we're going to talk about, oh, wait a minute. No, my first segment on my prompter is the other one. So it's out of order. So this first segment today is the one-person business roadmap. Okay, so we're going to talk about how you can run a single-person business using AI. So if you just want to be you don't want to have staff, vendors, outsourcers, and a bunch of other people, you just want you and some AIs. We're going to talk about how you can build a one-person business using some pretty cool AI tools. I'll introduce you to a few tools we haven't talked about yet on the channel. Then we're going to be talking about how to build an email list from scratch for free. That's segment number 2. And then I think we have the other one, which is how to create a newsletter about a topic or niche that you know absolutely nothing about. So it's how to launch a newsletter business, get subscribers, make your content, make profit, even if you don't know anything about that niche. So those are the 3 segments we're doing today.
Bill, real quick.
Yes.
I'd like to inform you that we're not live, according to Flint Striker. So I just wanted to fill you in on that.
We are.
Flint Striker is claiming that this is pre-recorded and that we're not live. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. That we
what
are
we talking about?
I want you to put your attention to the chat. I just want to make it clarify for everyone. We are in fact live.
Wow. Okay. So somebody is a little jaded. So, so Flint Striker, I wouldn't know it was you if I wasn't live. So, so there you go. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, we're live. That's kind of strange, but all right. Thanks for telling me about your concerns, but and thanks for tuning in. But we are here. Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I just wanted to, clarify that for everyone before we moved on.
It's not AI, Bill. I don't have an artificial version of me here. One day I can hope to clone myself with AI, but I don't think we're quite there yet.
The next feature of PushButton AI, autonomous live streamers that do the whole show for you.
All right, cool. All right, no problem. Well then, with that, we're going to get started. Let me find my teleprompter controller. And yeah, you can tell because it's a different dad joke. I try not to tell the same dad joke on every live session. So that's how you can tell. All right. Here we go. Now, for those of you who are new to the show, how we do this is I'm recording these segments and we're going to use them. My team takes them, we edit them up, and we reuse them in courses. We split them up and put them on social media, and we do a lot with this content. So you might see me doing retakes. You might see me making notes for my editors, things like that. But just for the live audience, so you know what's going on, that's what we're doing. And then what we'll do is after I finish the first segment, we'll do Q&A. I'll go to you, the live audience, and we'll do some Q&A. If you have questions or commentary about the training that I'm doing, then we'll take that up one at a time. And so that's the agenda, which, by the way, it's a good time for me to remind you that if you haven't yet become a subscriber to the channel, tap that red button down there to subscribe to this channel. And we're here every week on Wednesday live, the real me, not a fake AI. And then we're releasing content all throughout the week. So you get a bunch of free content from me here on YouTube. All you got to do, it's totally free. Just tap that subscribe button down there, and that'll make sure that you get notified. And by the way, YouTube doesn't always notify you when we release content. To make sure you get notifications, when you subscribe, tap the little bell. There's like a little bell icon. Tap that and make sure you tell YouTube you want all of the notifications so you don't miss any of the content that we're releasing. And here we go. So our first segment is about the one-person business roadmap. And let me get my prompter ready, and we're good to go. And here we go. Imagine a world where just one person can create $1 billion company. Now, Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI and ChatGPT, he thinks that AI is going to make this once unimaginable dream an actual reality, all thanks to AI. The business world is undergoing a once-in-a-lifetime shift, and it is all because of the AI revolution. Well, I don't know about $1 billion, honestly, but I do think that right now, right this moment, thanks to AI, it will be possible to build a substantial business online, all as a one-man band. And that's because AI allows you to supercharge 6 key areas of your business that in the past, it would have taken a ton of time and extra personnel, whether you were hiring a staff or whether you're hiring outsourcers, would have been very challenging to do as just a single person. But now it's possible. And I can tell you, by the way, having run both one-man businesses and large teams, we've had businesses with up to 100 staff over my years. And I can tell you that it's tough trying to strike a balance between the one-man band where you feel like you're just kind of a little overwhelmed. I know that because I've been there and done that, versus having a large team, which can also be overwhelming, just trying to manage your team. And now, because of AI, we can strike a perfect balance in between. And if you stick around to the end, you're going to have the precise roadmap that will allow you to harness AI and launch a thriving single-person business, even if you're just starting from scratch. Before we get into it, you should know that AI is at its most powerful when you team up with it. Most people don't end up winning with AI because they like to just try to let it do everything without any human guidance. For example, using ChatGPT is a prime example. You log into ChatGPT and you just say, hey, write me an article. It'll follow your instructions, but if you don't guide it properly, you're going to get boring, bland, not helpful content. Think of AI as your brilliant, super powerful business co-founder who you're collaborating with, not as some widget that you set up in the background and then is on autopilot, right? Think of it as a co-founder or co-worker, and you're going to interact and collaborate with it. Okay. Now, the first area that you can use AI in is right at the start, and that is in the area of research. The first thing you need to do when you're launching a new business is research. You need to learn all about your competitors. You need to learn who is your ideal customer. You need to learn about industry trends in terms of what else is being sold on the market and what are things that are brand new, and a lot more. And the better you are at research, the more likely it is that you'll succeed. And Fortune 5 companies actually pay consultants millions of dollars. As an example, they'll go out and conduct market research for these large companies and get paid millions just to help instruct them on what to do with that research so that they can go out and launch new product lines and things like that. Well, now, thanks to AI, you have access to the same level of research right in your back pocket, and you can use it to hit the market 10 times faster than in the past. You can use tools like I'll show you in a second here. We have a tool called Awesome, and you can get world-class research before you launch your next product. So we're going to pull up that link right now in the chat. So I forgot to set up screen sharing here, so I apologize while you stare at the top of my head. And I get screen sharing going. Here we go. Share screen, share entire screen. And there we have it. One moment. Share. Perfect. Okay, so there is the screen. And let me get the browser window up. Boom. Okay. Here is Awesome. So Awesome is an AI tool that you can use to do research for you. So if you're thinking about trying to go into a new niche market, niche market, however you want to pronounce it, you can use this to learn all about it. Or let's say you want to launch a new product line or something that you want to, a new thing you want to introduce in your business. You can come here to Awesome and you can see right at the top here, they say, cut your research time from weeks to seconds. That's a pretty good tagline. And so you just sign up and it'll give you incredible insights in terms of learning about your market, learning about product research, learning about who your customers are and what the ideal customer is for your business. And this is used to be very expensive to hire consultants to do this kind of work for you in the past. And now with Awesome, you can do it at the couple clicks of a mouse. Now, moving on, that is to area number 2 in our 6 areas of automation, and that is with low ticket offers. So after you conduct your research in Awesome, it's time to come up with what you're going to sell. What is your low ticket offer? Meaning selling something that's inexpensive and easy to capture first time customers. Now, usually a low ticket offer is something that is under $100. And then later you can sell them more stuff. That'll be the plan here in our new one-person business using AI. So we're going to use AI to research the market. Step 2, we're going to then go in and launch a low-ticket product using the research and the knowledge we got from Awesome. And most of your attention should be on your high-ticket offer later. That's where most of your money is going to come from. But to start, you got to start somewhere and start with low-ticket, inexpensive products to begin with. And then when you're acquiring customers, like what I will often do with a low-ticket product is I'll sell a product that's inexpensive, again, under $100. And my goal is to just break even. So if I spend money on ads or affiliates or wherever I'm getting my traffic, I like to basically break even to acquire customers. And some people would think that's, especially if you're newer as an entrepreneur, you might think that's a little weird. Why would you just want to break even? Then I'm just trading dollars, right? Dollar out, dollar in, I'm making nothing. I'm working for free. Well, it's incredible when you capture these customers to then sell them more stuff and sell them more expensive stuff, sell them things that have recurring billing. But you have to first capture them as a customer and get them kind of in touch with you and bonding with you as a brand. Now, AI can actually take care of your low ticket offer. It can actually make it. So you can put your heart and soul into building a higher ticket offer and figuring out how to make more and more stuff. And you let AI make all of that stuff for you. Now, my favorite tool to do this, can anybody guess what it might be? Well, that's PushButton AI. So PushButton AI is my tool that uses AI to create an entire business from bottom to top. And it's especially good at creating these low ticket offers to capture customers for the first time. And so with PushButton AI, you can build an entire course. So I like to offer courses in any niche market, any kind of business. I like to offer inexpensive, cheap courses is my front end product to lure my leads, lure my customers in, and then break even on capturing them as a first customer. And you can use PushButton AI to build the whole thing for you. It'll make your entire low ticket product completely hands-free, done for you. And I'm not going to get into a big pitch at the moment, but if you're interested in that, you can always head over and get a demo of it. Right now, it's closed to the public at the time I'm recording this. But you can get a demo, and if it's a good fit for you and for us, we may invite you in to be part of our early access beta program. So to check that out, you're going to want to go to pushbutton.ai/demo. That's pushbutton.ai/demo. And producer Nick, you can pop that link out, and we'll put it in the chat down below as well in the description of the video. And which moves us on to the next thing. Once you're acquiring these customers, we're going to move on to doing outbound sales, right? So we've used AI to do our research. We've used AI to build our low ticket product. And now we're going to use AI to actually do our sales. And you can actually create agents with AI that will do outbound contact by email, even by phone. And if you want to make serious profit with your business, then you should invest in a sales team. I know because we have an entire sales team in our businesses, and they produce a lot of additional revenue for our companies. And that's, kind of moving beyond just traditional like email and web page based marketing and moving it over to the phone, moving it over into Zoom and live sales environments. And this makes a lot of money. But in the past, this would have been very difficult because you would have had to hire humans, train the humans, go through maybe hiring 3 or 4 different salespeople before you find the one good one. But now, thanks to AI, it all changes. You can actually build an entire outbound sales force with AI. You actually work kind of like the sales manager, and you manage an AI team of salesmen, and they can actually be on the front lines driving thousands of leads and thousands of dollars in sales for your business. So you can do this same thing with a site I'm going to show you in just a moment. It can actually create an entire sales team using AI. There's 2 tools I'm going to show you. One of them actually does outbound sales by email, by instant message, and other forms of contact. And then there's a second tool I'm going to show you where you can actually have a team of outbound callers, where the AI will actually make outbound calls for you. So let's take a look at these 2 tools. I'm going to show them on screen in a moment. And there we go. So the first one I want to show you here is Artisan. And with Artisan, that you have, so you can see here, you have Ava, the sales rep, Liam, the marketer, and you create these agents, basically, which they call artisans. And they're digital workers who do all these kinds of tasks. So there's a bunch of different ones that you can fire up, and they can do these tasks for you. But the other thing I want to show you here is something called SynthFlow. And these are outbound voice agents, and they can actually make outbound voice calls for you. And it's very shocking how good they actually are. In fact, actually, I don't think I can share the audio with you here, but they can do outbound phone calls, and they're really, really good. So you can learn more about these. We'll put links in the description down below. But again, the 2 of these it's artisan.co and synthflow.ai. Okay? And these can become your AI sales force. So whereas I've had to hire humans, train them, staff them up, and do everything that comes with that, you can run a one-man show or one-woman show and use AI agents instead. And they're pretty darn good, I got to say. And they're improving every single day. It seems like there's a new breakthrough in these live AI agents. Okay. Now, the 4th area that you're going to have to work in is advertisements, right? You've got to attract visitors to your website. And usually that's done with ads. And a few months ago, marketer Neil Patel, he ran a $7 million ad experiment. I've talked about this on the channel before. And he actually used AI-generated ads and human ads and did a split test. He pit them against each other to see which side would win. Would the human ads win, or would AI ads win? What do you think? Who do you think won? And you may have seen me talk about this before, so you might actually already know the answer. But he put them head to head. Humans versus AIs. Who won? And here we're with the live audience, so I'm gonna see if you guys can know the answer to that. So Neil Patel did this test, spent millions of dollars. He had a set of ads that were done by human, a set of ads done by AI, and spent a bunch of money. And who do you think won? Let me know in the chat. So with the live audience, you guys here now, let's see your answer. I don't see any answers coming in. Maybe there's a little bit of delay in the broadcast today. Or maybe I've stumped everyone. Huh, okay, I stumped you all. Okay, now we got some guests coming in. So Gerald guesses AI, okay? So yeah, Nick already knows the answer, so he can't spoil it. Kyle says AI. Karawa says human. Most of you are saying AI. Okay, looks like all but one so far are saying AI. Excuse me. It's always great to sneeze while you're live. Okay, almost everyone is guessing AI. Okay, Steven says the doggies. So, all right, the humans actually won. The humans won. And you'd think I would, why would I tell you this, right? I'm like an AI guy. I'm all about AI. I have my own AI company. Why would I tell you the humans beat the AI? Well, that's because there's a secret here. A third group of ads were created, and that is where both humans and an AI collaborated. They combined their work. They had both humans and AI involved, so it wasn't 100% AI and it wasn't human. It was like the humans guiding the AI, basically. That is the group that won. I know it's a trick question. So the secret, sneaky trick question was the third group. The collaboration beat AI and it beat humans by a long, long way. So that is the way to do it. And as a solo founder in a business, you're going to get so much more out of your paid ad campaigns if you collaborate with AI, because there are tools, and I'm going to show you in a moment, there's a tool that you can use to create all of your ad creative. But what you'll want to do is you're just going to need to guide it. That's all. So, you'll look at what it gives you and then adjust it, give it different suggestions, and guide it through the process. And if you do that, you're going to get phenomenal results. And so let's take a look at that tool next. And we've covered this on the channel more in depth in the past, and that is adcreative.ai. So at adcreative.ai, you can see here, it's showing lots of examples. Like there's an ad right there done by AI, but there are tons of great examples. And huge brands are doing this, by the way. This isn't just like a weird company doing this. There are massive brands using this tool now to automate their ad creatives. So you can learn a lot more about it. You can check it out at adcreative.ai, and it will make your ads for you. So you don't have to go out and find human ad creative people to hire. It will do it for you, and you just guide it. So you can say, hey, I want it to have this. I don't want it to have that. If it gives you creative that you don't like, you just work with it and adapt and adjust. That's how you're going to get the best results. Now, one of the things that I want to share when it comes to ads is in today's marketing world, creative is really, really important. It didn't used to be as important. It used to, some of the things like if you were running Facebook ads, some of the things that were more important were like your targeting and all the little tricks and things you could do in Facebook ad accounts and settings and things like that. But today in the modern marketing world, your ad creative is really important now. And I might have given different advice 5 years ago when it comes to this, but now ad creative is everything. And the more different kinds of ad creatives you test, the better your results are going to be. You have to really put a lot of different things out there. And sometimes it's surprising. And that's your images, your videos, the texts, that kind of stuff that goes in your ad. And you might be surprised sometimes at which ones win, actually. But you got to test a lot of creative. And using that tool I just showed you, it unlocks the door for you to be able to do that as a one-man or one-woman show. Now, the fifth area that AI can help you is in content distribution. Okay. Now, if you want to scale your one-person business and you want to actually make a big business, you want to build a 7-figure business as a one-person business, you're going to need to be doing content marketing. And you need to do a lot of it. Now, the problem is taking content and distributing it all over the place on all the different platforms, because there's so many places. I know, because I can't even keep up with all the places that I should be distributing my content. And one person just can't do it. And that's why businesses hire social media teams. Like larger businesses have entire teams of people, and all they do is manage social media, or you have to hire expensive agencies or outside vendors. But now, what if you could do that yourself using AI? Now, AI makes it easier than ever to take your content and redistribute it across all the different channels that are out there. And let's say you have a longer video or a podcast that you've done, and you want to get it kind of cleaned up, trimmed up into shorter pieces, and you want to spread them out on TikTok, for example, or maybe on Instagram. Ordinarily, you'd have to hire an editor and go through a bunch of hassle to do that. But now I want to show you a tool called Opus. It's opus.clip, and you can drop in one long video and it will do this for you. So you just have one long video that you can create yourself, or you can even make your video with AI, and then you pop the long video into Opus and it clips it all up so you can distribute it to all the places where short video is valuable, like again, TikTok, Instagram, even Twitter to some degree. And so let's take a look at this tool. And actually, let's see. Where is Opus? Oh, we don't have Opus. Okay, let's.
I forgot to load that up. You'll just have to go to Opus Clip.
Okay, it's just. Oops. Oh, it's opus.pro is the URL, and they call it Opus Clip. So you can see this at opus.pro is where you can see this, and you just take one video and you can put it into a whole bunch of clips. Okay. So there's a lot of different uses for this. I have seen other people borrowing content from other people and redistributing it this way, like taking one long video and breaking it up. But mostly it should be used for videos that you're creating. So that's Opus Clip. And then the other tool I wanted to show you is this one, autorepurpose.ai. So it does a similar thing. Okay. So you can take your YouTube videos, and then it will create Twitter threads, LinkedIn posts, newsletters, and a whole lot more. All you got to do is make one video on YouTube, and then it does the rest. And this is something I'm really, really interested in this tool. It's something that I'm going to be doing some testing with. So we may come back and talk more about this tool in a future episode. So this, again, it just takes a single video that you upload to YouTube, and then it creates content for you everywhere automatically. Okay. And ordinarily that would take a lot of effort. You might have one or two interns or staff members dedicated just to doing this. And now with this tool, you can do it all with AI. All right. And then we're going to come into our final area that you can run a one-person business with. And that is the world of SEO, also known as search engine optimization. It's getting free traffic from Google, not just Google. It's worth getting traffic from Bing and other smaller search engines too. And SEO is a vital pillar of a growing, profitable business. And if you want to scale to 7 figures and beyond, you have to use SEO strategies to get your business ranking. Now, normally that would be bad news, because if you're a solo founder, you'd have to do a lot of work. Either you're going to end up hiring expensive SEO agencies, or you're going to be able to churn out lots of content and do all this work yourself. And it's just not sustainable. So either it's going to be expensive or going to take a lot of time. But now you have other solutions. Hey, hold on one second here. I'm having a weird issue with the teleprompter. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Note for the editor, we'll clip a little bit of this out and we'll restart with this here, okay? Now, what I do for this strategy on how I do SEO is I do what are called 10 pillar posts. So we do a ton of research where we dig in, we find 10 of the most common problems and goals in our market. What are the goals that our marketplace is trying to achieve, the problems that they're trying to solve, and then we write very comprehensive articles, one for each of the problem or goal that our audience or our customers might have. And we'll create 10 of these. They're called pillar posts. And they're usually very large, 3,000 to as much as 5,000 words of content. You usually want lots of nice images, videos, a lot of great content, and you need to make 10 of these to do SEO properly. Then you have to do a bunch of research and figure out what's called your topic map. So that you know all the different keyword phrases that you want to rank for in the search engines, and you understand how to structure your articles to do that, okay? Then once you have your topic map, you need to be putting out a blog post every single day. And you're going to have to do this for months in order to get rankings in the search engines. And we do this automatically, by the way. Everything I just described, we do it for you in PushButton AI. Again, a little plug for my tool, pushbutton.ai/demo is where you can learn more. And we have things, we call them traffic packs. And it actually does everything I just described automatically for you. So it does all the research, digs in, finds the 10 biggest problems or goals that your audience or your customers might have. It then creates 10 pillar posts, creates your topic map. It does interlinking between your posts in a way that gets your rankings in the search engines. And then it blogs every single day on your behalf, all automated. So we do this, again, it's one of the features inside pushbutton.ai. You can find out more at pushbutton.ai/demo. But yeah, that's how we do it. And PushButton AI can automate that and do it for you, okay? Now, the idea of a one-person business, it's an attractive thing. It's like the ultimate thing. It's ultimate freedom, becoming the ultimate authority in your life, being in control, like being the captain of your destiny, right? You're the one-man show making a ton of money. Things are efficient, things are systemized. And up until recently, honestly, that wasn't very obtainable. It just wasn't obtainable for an average, everyday person. Sure, you could make a lot of money on your own, but most people, you'd be like a freelancer or what they call a solopreneur, right? And you might be able to make 6 figures as a solopreneur. And up until just recently, being able to scale that up to a 7-figure or bigger business as a one-man show, it just wasn't very realistic. But now you have solutions where you can do just that. If you use these tools properly, you can break away from the ordinary limitations of being a one-person show. And now, thanks to AI, everything's changed. So it's the ultimate equalizer. You now are empowered to be a one-man show. If you use all these tools properly, you can get 10 times more work done as a solopreneur. And I'm going to skip all this. Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to fast forward my prompter. Here we go. So Node for Editor, we'll stitch this back together. And here's the thing. The AI revolution is just getting started. And if you embrace it now and you get ahead of the curve, it's unimaginable what's ahead of us. With AI, if you now embrace it, you now understand it, and you start using it to run your one-person business, you're going to be in a position to take advantage of all of the breakthroughs that are coming just around the corner. And take the leap. Join me, launch your business in the AI revolution, and do all these things you've always been thinking about, because now you can. And you have the odds of success like never before, all thanks to AI. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to Node for Editor. I'm going to record a little ending here. Here we go. And now, if you want more training on how to use AI tools like the ones I just showed you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You'll see a link down below, red button. You can click it. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Tell YouTube you want to get all of our messages, and subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified next time we release training just like this. And if we gave you some value today, if you learned a little something or you got some use out of the resources I showed, please tap that like button. I will be eternally grateful, because it feeds the YouTube algorithm and it helps YouTube understand that they should push this content out to more and more and more people. And with that, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you for spending some time with me, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Okay, live audience, I'm not going anywhere. That was just the end of that video segment. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and I'm going to be right back, and we're going to take your questions. So if you have any questions, comments, things like that about the tools we've talked about the strategies, you can pop those into the chat now, and then we'll come back, answer your questions, and move on to the next segment. And let me hit the button, and we'll go to the presidents. And I'll see you in just a minute.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had PushButton AI do all the work, didn't you?
that's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using PushButton AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This PushButton AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
And I'm back. So welcome back. YouTube is still doing a little bit of an ad break, so some of you may be coming back in just a minute. And we'll give everybody a minute to get back from the YouTube ad break. And we're going to move on to your questions. Now, before I get into Q&A, I want to remind you that in just a little bit, in just about an hour from now, maybe 2 hours, I have to look at the schedule, but in an hour or two from now, I'm coming back with a special guest who will be joining us to be able to show you a very different, very unique way of doing affiliate marketing. He's got a unique traffic strategy, a unique way of making money with affiliate marketing. He's going to teach you all about it. And if you're interested in that, we've pinned the link in the chat. So you'll notice it in the chat. So it's the pinned comment. You can click that, go register for the session. You have to register to attend. It won't be on YouTube. It'll be off in a private webinar room. So you'll want to go register for that. Make sure you attend if you're interested in getting traffic, and especially if you're interested in using affiliate marketing. You'll want to listen in. My special guest has some great content to share. All right, Producer Nick, I haven't been able to look at the chat. Do we have any questions, any comments, feedback before we move on to the next segment? Yeah,
we got a handful of questions.
Okay.
This one's a good one from Jack, and he wants to know, he says he's a one-person wholesaler, as in real estate, and he wants to know if this will work for wholesaling. And I'm assuming the one-person AI business model you're talking about.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it would. You saw some of I'm assuming that you might have like a sales or outbound marketing element or a prospecting element. Maybe you're wanting to book people into a calendar to talk to them. Possibly, if I understood your business better, I could give you better advice. But there are a lot of tools and a lot of ways that you could use AI to be way more efficient as a one-man show. Yeah.
Yeah. On the, lead gen for your wholesaling operation, I know the way a lot of people are using these AI caller agents is they're using them to, to just do the top of funnel, cold intros, and they take the warm leads and then they switch them to a real caller, which would be you. And, you could just sit in your office and wait for your AI dialers to hand you the warm leads, and all you have to do is close them. So that's how I'd use this model.
And one thing I'll say too, if you're doing cold outreach, meaning you have nobody filled out a lead form, they're not familiar with your business, and you're just cold reaching out a random list. One of the things to be careful about, a lot of these AI tools won't tell you this, but you can't use them for cold consumer marketing, right? If you're reaching out to just normal, everyday consumers, You don't want to fire up an AI agent cold calling people. There are some legal reasons, at least here in the United States, that you would not want to do that. You would want to make sure you do your legal research. I don't want to make sure I don't accidentally get anybody in trouble. For business to business marketing, it's a bit different. So if you're marketing to businesses, then you can do cold outreach, even if you've not previously talked to those customers. So make sure you do your research on that. Now, if they filled out a lead form or you have a relationship with that client, it's different. Now you can do cold outreach. Again, I'm not giving legal advice. Make sure you do your own due diligence. The laws are different in different jurisdictions, so you can learn about that. But I do know that doing cold outreach to consumers can be challenging when it comes to like outbound dialing of auto dialing with AI agents. So just watch out for that. But if you're reaching to businesses, you can absolutely do that.
One application for AI in this one-person business model, and I didn't include it because I wanted to make it quicker.
Yeah,
but it's customer support. I remember, especially when I was doing e-commerce, and I'm sure you remember some of the headaches I was dealing with. Customer support and fulfillment type queries ate up like a huge chunk of the time I would spend.
Yeah, well, I can say too, it's especially if you want to provide good support, sometimes it takes time, right? If you want to have really good human high quality support, you may not necessarily be able to be fast. So one of the things that these AI tools can make it so that like your tier one, your frontline support is quick. So someone asks a question, they get an answer back quickly. And then, like you said, you could have a second tier, which could be a single human, could be you as a solo business owner, or it could be a support person. But at least you have got the AI on the front lines who can respond quickly to your customer inquiries.
Yeah, that would be really helpful for especially when it's out of business hours. Like I remember I'd lay in bed emailing my customers. I'd rather be going to sleep or winding down, and I just didn't want to be emailing people on Amazon.
Yeah, where's my order?
Yeah, like it's midnight, man. And they're like, why won't you respond? I'm trying to go to sleep. Good AI doesn't have to sleep, which is nice.
Cool. Any other questions before we move to the next segment?
Yes. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down to the next one. I remember there was another one. Oh, and Jack also wanted to know, we talked about outbound. What about inbound? How can AI help with that?
Yeah, inbound is definitely, there's no, again, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take this as legal advice, but inbound marketing is much easier to be able to get AI to work with that from a legal standpoint. Cold outbound, again, there's legal concerns you should research, but inbound, that's not really the case. So some of the tools I showed you can answer your inbound calls, basically becoming your receptionist, and they're really good. It's shocking how good they are. So I think people are underappreciating it. Like you're probably used to the old days, right? Of like automated agents that are asking you to like, please say sales if you'd like to talk to the sales, right? And you go sales, and it doesn't understand you. And like currently it is not that way at all. So AI agents, they almost flow as well as a human. They're fast. There's not a lot of latency in their responses, and they're pretty darn good. And yeah, it's perfect for inbound marketing.
Yeah, another question we got. They want to know, would you say AI is the best way to do business?
I would. In today's world, companies who do not embrace AI will fall behind. That is just the reality of it. We're entering an age where this is going to become we are entering an age where it's going to change society. Like from the base levels of society, it's going to be changing things quite a lot. It's going to be very disruptive. I know some people are afraid of the change coming. I'm not afraid of it. I wouldn't be afraid, but it's just like anything, think of like when Ford revolutionized transportation, like it disrupted and changed industries. Lots of people had to find different kinds of jobs, the demand for people, what are they called? Is it farriers who do the horseshoes? I think I got that right. But, you know, the demand for people wanting to make horseshoes and, you know, take care of the hooves of horses went down pretty dramatically. So there's a lot of people who lost their jobs doing that, you know, like, you know, the old cliche of like, you know, the buggy whip, right? For people that need to whip the horse to keep it going for their buggy, their horse-drawn buggy. You know, there was a lot of disruption and a lot of change, but it ultimately turned out to be good, especially people who embraced the change. And so that's where you really need to take this as something you want to embrace the change and learn how do you ride this wave instead of trying to go against it. So, and I don't think it's going to like destroy society. I really don't. I don't think we're going to, you know, it's going to change it. I think the world will become more efficient. I think forward progress will speed up. And I think there will be disruption, and it will be people that want to be stubborn and dig in their heels. It will be challenging, you know. I'll give you an example. So I was around, you know, doing business on the internet 25 years ago. And at that time, I can't tell you how many people would say to me, I'm not going to get involved with the internet. It's a fad, right? They have a business, right? And they'd have a business, and I'd be telling them, hey, you need to get a website. You know, you need to start doing some online marketing. And they'd literally tell me, it's just a fad. I don't want to be involved with it. I don't like the internet. I don't want to do it. Lots of reasons, different reasons why. And if you didn't embrace the internet, your company died. Like, that's the reality of it. And it was incredibly disruptive. It completely changed industries. I mean, look what it did to the music industry. Look what, and they're an example. The music industry was incredibly resistant, fighting with lawsuits and being very resistant to change, and they did not want to embrace it, and it completely ruined them because of that. The entertainment industry is another one. Some of the old school entertainment companies that fought against and resisted the modernization of entertainment, many of them are going out of business. So same thing with newspapers. Like I used to be involved in the publishing world, and I watched modern, like the old school newspapers did the same thing. They were resistant to the change rather than embracing it and jumping online and getting involved. They resisted it. They did lawsuits. They tried to stop it. It was, and look at them now. They're all going out of business. So lesson here is embrace it. Learn how to ride this wave, and you will need to use AI in your business to succeed. So anyway, I went on a little bit of a rant there, but there you go.
Yeah. And I think people who still want to work jobs, and they're worried that they're going to get fired. They're not going to have a job because the company will just hire AI to replace them. I think those fears are unfounded. I don't know what you think about that, but.
Well, I mean, look, it's yes and no, because will some jobs be replaced? Absolutely. And I think the nature of the jobs will change. So I don't think that it isn't going to make people suddenly become homeless on the street without jobs. Their jobs will change, and they'll actually be, in many ways, their jobs will improve. They'll be able to be more creative. They'll be able to get a lot more done. And they have to be willing to embrace the change, right? Just like as business owners, we have to embrace the change. So do the workers.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we have a few more questions, and I know we want to be on time, so I'll try.
Oh yeah, we're running out of time. So yeah, let's go quick. Or quick. We'll do rapid fire. Go ahead.
Okay. Gigi wants to know, since PushButton AI does everything for you, do you have money for advertising? Do you need to have money for advertising, or does the AI do that for you too?
Well, you have to. Yeah, it can't, pay your advertising bill. So yes, if you want to run paid ads, it's not required. Like, there are organic free ways of getting traffic. And in our training if you're a PushButton AI customer, which I think you are, there's training on how to get traffic for free. But if ads make sense for your business, and yeah, you got to pay for the ads yourself. But I wish I could get an AI wallet that would just pay for them for me.
Yeah. And Musician129, they say, I'm a one-person affiliate marketer. What are the top 5 niche markets you've seen produce the best over the past 3 years and predictions for the next 3 years?
Well, I have my advice is different than many others. Many people will tell you to find small niche markets that don't have a lot of competition. Personally, I think the markets that are the best are timeless. And that's like, it's health, wealth, and relationships, So that's really it. That in those fields. So whether it's diet and weight loss, or alternative or natural healing and health, whether it's fitness, whether it's real estate investing or cryptocurrency or relationships and sex, those are all topics that are timeless, and they go to our most core raw needs as humans. And so I know you're probably looking for like the trendy hot niche market to jump into, but that's not how I work. I tend to go with those businesses, and I find even for a brand new entrepreneur that to go for these big markets. There's enough room for everyone in these big giant markets.
Awesome. And Tom wants to know, do you have anything that is built for local businesses and also B2B?
So yeah, the PushButton AI system is great in both of those scenarios. So with PushButton AI, you can either build a course that you can sell, or you can create what's called a lead gen system, right? So we have these lead generation systems that it can build for you, where you can give away a training course. So in both those scenarios, the system can make a course for your ideal customer that will attract customers to you. They'll sign up to get free access to the course, and then they become leads for your business. And that would be my recommendation. And that's what PushButton AI is great at, is building those lead generation machines.
All right. This is from a PushButton customer. This is Christiane. She says, I have PushButton and flunked. I'm stuck. I give up on trying to learn how to do the techie stuff. Don't you have anyone for hire to complete the tasks needed to set it up for me?
We'll reach out to tech support. I don't know what part you got stuck on, but reach out to support. Let's see if we can help you. Yeah, we don't have any
exact email. Maybe she doesn't know the email.
Yeah, just email help@pushbutton.ai and let us know specifically what you're stuck on, and let's help you. Let's keep you moving. Yeah, I want to make sure that we help you move forward. So, just email support. Again, it's help@pushbutton.ai. Let us know specifically, like what's the task that you're trying to accomplish that you're struggling with, and let's see if we can get you the help you need.
All right. And so Thomas wants to know, can we put 10 different courses done by PushButton AI all in one website?
Yes and no. So if you want to do it where it's just like all automatic, it's one course per domain name. If you're willing to do a little bit of copying and pasting and follow some instructions, then you can get the AI to write the course, and then you put it on your website, and then you can put as many on one single domain as you want. But otherwise, currently the way the system is architected is it builds one course for each domain name, and that's if you want to do it automatically.
All right. And that's all for the topical questions. We're all caught up.
All right, cool. All right. Well, we're running out of time, so I'm going to have to try to go quickly here. Let's get rolling here. So we're going to move on to segment number 2, and that is how to create a newsletter business in an area that you know nothing about. Emphasize the nothing. So, the question earlier about what niche markets to go into, if let's say you're interested in going in the fitness market, but you're not a fitness guru, maybe you haven't been in the gym in a year or 10 years or ever, and you want to have a business in the fitness market. So one of the things that you could do is start a newsletter, and we're going to talk about how you could do that, even if you know nothing about the market. Okay. Let's look here. Let me get prepared. So again, just note for the audience that when I'm live, I'm recording these, so you might hear me make notes for my editor. I might do retakes, things like that. But rest assured, I'm here with you, and then we're gonna do probably pretty quick Q&A after the training because we're running a little bit behind. So here we go. Oh, by the way, before I do this, tap that like button. See that below? If you've had fun hanging out with me or you've learned a little something, then tap the like button. It really does help the channel. We're trying to build this into a community here and build up the size of the channel, and every single like helps. And then, of course, if you're not a subscriber yet, tap that subscribe button too. Back to the broadcast. Here we go. How would you like to build a newsletter business and sell it for millions of dollars just 2 years later? How would you like to do this even if you're not an expert in anything? You're not a guru. You're not a master of anything. You're just an ordinary guy or gal who wants to build a business. Well, that's what this guy did. And he did it in a niche that he knew absolutely nothing about. Let's take a look. Let me get the page up here. That is this one. And here you can see this case study featured in They Got Acquired. And it says, can you grow a content company on a topic you know nothing about? Well, this entrepreneur did. And so here he is. And he actually created an email newsletter about soap operas. And he grew it to 800,000 subscribers and then sold it in just 2 years for $10 million. So 2 years worth of work and a $10 million payday. Now get this. He had never watched not a single soap opera in his entire life when he started this business. It is really crazy. And with the strategy that I'm about to show you, you'll be able to do something very similar. And if you get the strategy right, you're completely here. I'm going to note for editor. I'll come back and we'll do this on camera. Okay, here, let's go on camera here. If you get this strategy right, you're completely off to the races and you'll be able to create a newsletter business worth millions of dollars, even if you know absolutely nothing about the niche that you go into. And the best part about this strategy is that it's super easy. So many people never start their newsletter because they overthink it. They worry about being a perfectionist and they think, well, what do I even write about? I don't know what to say. How would I create a newsletter? Which is fair because no one wants to write an essay. Like it might be making you think about your old school days, right? So whether it was back in college or back in high school and the professors or the teachers were asking you to write essays and oh boy, it was, it's a chore. Oh my gosh, I got to write this essay. I have to, do all this work. And I think when people think about newsletters, it triggers those old painful memories in your mind. But you do not have to do that if you're using the strategy that I'm going to share with you here. And that is the strategy of curation. Now, what is curation? So curation, it's the process of collecting, organizing, and sharing content on a topic. Think about like a museum curator, right? There's usually a person who's in charge of an exhibit or in charge of the whole museum, and their job is to collect up interesting and cool things that they want to show the public. And you can have a newsletter where that is your job. As an example, our soap opera friend did there. So you just collect up and share relevant content on your topic. Now, this involves going out, you find valuable information from different sources, and I'm going to show you how in just a minute, and then you present it to your audience in a structured and engaging way. The beauty here is you can use some of the tools and strategies that I will show you combined with AI, and it makes it easier than ever before. Now, as a curator, your job is to sift through the huge amount of content out there on your chosen topic. And you identify the pieces, the little nuggets that are the most valuable for your readers. Now, this could include news articles, blog posts, videos, podcasts, just about any form of content that you could think of that's relevant to your niche market. Now, the cool thing about using this curation model is that it's actually quite helpful, and people really do love it. Now, at the time of this video, there are over 7 million blog posts published on the internet every single day. That's mind-boggling. Now, it's only going to get worse from here. As AI content is out proliferating, it's just more and more and more content is going to be created every single day, and the need to curate and collect and filter and store this information is not just good, it's incredibly valuable. Now, I know for myself, trying to sift through the huge digital ocean of content out there in in the topics I'm interested in is a chore. So if you can do that for your audience and give them the exact content they want to see, they will love you for it. Now, as a curator, your audience comes to you to tell them what content is worth their attention. And you become the gatekeeper. So you become the gatekeeper to all the content creators out there, and you actually gain a position with your audience of it's think of it this way, right? So there are gurus who are masters and experts of their craft. And then you have people that are like podcast interviewers, like Joe Rogan. If we want to go back a little ways in time, you could think of like Oprah Winfrey, for those of you who can remember the Oprah Winfrey show. She was sort of the guru of the gurus. So she would bring these experts in and interview them in an engaging way and get them to share their content with her audience. Joe Rogan does the same thing with his podcast. And they now have a heightened elevation. They're not an expert in these topics, but yet people look up to them and they value their opinion. So there are people out there that have built up enormous, profitable brands doing this. You know, if you look at that old example of Oprah Winfrey, she built a multi-billion-dollar empire off of interviewing experts and being the gatekeeper, the curator of their content for her show. Now, one of my favorite examples of this in the newsletter space is one called TLDR. Now, the founder, Dan Nee, sends it out every day, and all they do is link out to about a dozen of the most relevant news stories of the past 24 hours. Now, he says it takes him less than 30 minutes of work every day to do. Pretty cool. Imagine having a huge business and all you do is spend 30 minutes a day. Now, according to one estimate, it looks like he's making over $5 million a year in revenue with his business at 30 minutes a day. Now, let's take a look at an example of what one of his newsletters will look like. Okay, let's pull it up on screen. We'll pull that up. Now, here's an actual newsletter. Not particularly impressive when you look at it, right? So you can see it's a little summary. So you can see here a summary of the article and a link to the original source article. Okay? And then here's another one. And that's, as we scroll down, that's all it is. It's a collection of the links and just a quick summary of each one. And that is his entire newsletter. And it's a $5 million a year empire just doing this. Now, I can think back, going back a little ways in the internet world, there was a news site that rose to be one of the most trafficked sites in the world. It's rumored that he sold it for, gosh, who knows how much money. That was Drudge Report. If you remember Drudge Report, it was just a bunch of links. That's it. And he was making millions and millions and millions of dollars simply by finding the newest, most controversial, most interesting links and sharing links. That's it. Now, another example we could show you is the California Sun, just to look at something a little bit different. They actually curate news stories related to California. So for people like me who are living here in California, they curate the news and share it in a really simple newsletter. So let's take a look at that. So here's the California Sun, and all they're doing is finding news about California, and they summarize it. They put about 100-word summary, and then they link to the main story, okay? So you can see here as an example. So just a short summary of a story, and then a link to the actual post. And that's their whole business model. But the question becomes, where do you find your content that you're going to curate for your audience? And now I recommend 3 different techniques that you can use to get started with curation, and I'll show those to you right now. Now, technique number 1 is to launch a dummy inbox. So basically what you do is you go make a free email account, go over to Gmail, go sign up on Google, and make a new email account and call it whatever, whatever you want to call your dummy mailbox. But it can be anything. You just want to make a new, fresh, clean, separate email at any free email news provider or any email provider that you can find. And then you go out and you start doing some Google research, you start looking in social media, and you find every newsletter in the world related to your niche. The more, the merrier. And so you just go out, you find the newsletters, and you subscribe to them and let them go into your mailbox, okay? Now, this is actually a research technique that we use in my businesses, where we will go out and we will do this very thing. We will create mailboxes and then subscribe to all of the other newsletters in the marketplace. And then all we do is watch our mailbox, and we just pick out the best of the best. So your a mailbox becomes like your idea engine. So as the stuff comes into your mailbox, just look what other people are talking about and pick the best of the best and then share that with your audience. Simple. Now, moving on to technique number 2, that is to set up a Google alert. This one is especially helpful if you intend to curate news. So right in Google, when you have your Google account that you've set up and you've got that Gmail, there's a simple thing to create a Google alert. It's really easy to do. Google it if you need a little bit of help with it. It's very simple. But set up a Google alert and you just put in keywords, and then Google will email you whenever new information and new news is released on that topic. Technique number 3, that is to use a tool called Feedly. Now, Feedly is a content aggregation tool. So this actually helps you do exactly what you would like to do. Let's take a look at Feedly here. I'll pull it up. So with Feedly, it's essentially a massive mailbox, and you can use Feedly to, it collects up all the latest sources of blogs, news articles, podcasts, YouTube channels. It collects it all in one place for you. Now, one of the coolest things about curation as a content strategy is that you can also now use AI. We'll talk about that in a moment. But you can see here with Feedly, it just creates a single mailbox, and it pulls in all these different sources. Again, of news, blog posts, video content, and more. Now, as I was saying, one of the coolest things about this is now we can actually leverage AI. So AI can be really helpful here. Let's say that your newsletter is curating news about the healthcare industry. All you have to do is copy and paste the story. Let's say you've gone into your mailbox and you found a story that you think your audience would really like. You head on over to ChatGPT, you paste the article in there, and you ask ChatGPT to summarize that article into 100 words. You simply take the summary generated by ChatGPT, drop it into your newsletter, put the link to the original source article, and you repeat that for each story. And now, bam, you have your entire issue done for the day. Now that gives you an example. That's how, with 30 minutes of work a day, you can actually be putting out a high quality, valuable newsletter. Use these techniques to curate and collect up your sources, pop them into ChatGPT for your summary, copy and paste, and boom, your newsletter is done. So all you're doing is feeding links to ChatGPT, and you don't need to be an expert in order to round up these links, okay? The strategy is amazing for a beginner because you can start off in a niche you know absolutely nothing about, and over time, You can grow your audience. You can actually become an authority yourself. You can become curious and learn all about the niche that you're entering. Now, this is even easier if you happen to know about your niche market. But there you go. Now, let's move on. I got one more technique here. Actually, no, I don't. Sorry, I misunderstood the teleprompter. So here, I'm going to recut this. So note for editor, we will stitch this in here, clip it up, and clean it up for the ending. So now you know how to start as a complete beginner who knows nothing about your niche and to create a newsletter that is useful, that is valuable, and that can become very profitable. And if you like content like this, then you're going to want to like the video. You'll see down below the like button. Give it a tap. I'll be eternally grateful. It helps me spread the word about the channel because the YouTube algorithm loves it when you like, when you comment, and of course, when you subscribe. So if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, tap that red subscribe button and become a subscriber. We release content like this all week long, and I hope to see you in our next video. Bye for now. Okay, audience, then I'm going to give my voice a very quick rest with a quick commercial break, and then we'll go back to Q&A. I'll be answering your questions in just a moment, but I got to rest my voice. It's getting a little bit tired here, but we'll go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Do you know you can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse? Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called PushButton AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. PushButton AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with PushButton AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
And we're back, although some people are still on a YouTube ad break, so we'll give it a moment for that to wrap up. And let's do this, get that ready there. And now we will go to your questions. So producer Nick, do we have any questions?
Yeah, we got two good questions. First one's from Gerald, and he says, I have 5 sites for 5 top niches, each with 5 top products within those niches. I just need to market them. Can PushButton Lite help me?
So you already have products. What kind of products are they?
Yeah, I guess he'll have to, I don't know. He hasn't shared those.
Okay.
So maybe just
Yeah,
follow
so so he's asking about if PushButton Lite can help him?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I'd recommend. We should actually get you on the on Zoom or on the phone with someone. We can talk more. That way we can really understand what you're trying to accomplish and then help. And if PushButton can help you, then great. But I'd recommend book a demo. So if you go to pushbutton.ai/demo, go there now. You'll just fill out the form. On the next page, you'll see a button to schedule in the calendar. Make sure you schedule your appointment in our calendar. And then we'll get on Zoom and we'll find out. We'll learn a little more about your business and see if it'll help you. And if it won't help you, that's all good. Then you can go about doing what you're doing, and we'll even give you a marketing plan. Either way, we actually create a complimentary marketing plan for every person we do a demo for. So we'll give you a marketing plan either way. And if it's a fit, awesome. And then if it's not, that's cool too. So, but that's what I'd recommend. To really find out how we can help you is to, yeah, get on Zoom and let's learn more about your business and see if it's a fit. Next question.
All right. So live your best life. I'm chatting with her and she has a few questions. She basically wants to know, this is great and all, but how do you monetize this? How do these newsletters make profit?
Good question. And I think, do we have a video on the channel that goes into that more? I think we do.
It's not on the, so that was from last week. It's not on the channel yet. It's about to go up.
Okay, well, make sure you're a subscriber because we have a video that's about to come out that goes into much more detail about how you make money with a newsletter. But basically, there's a few different ways. There's sponsorships, there's ads, and then you can also promote affiliate products. It's 3 quick ways. There's more to it than that. That's kind of oversimplifying it, but yeah, that's basically it. You build a subscriber list, and then through sponsorships, ads, and affiliate offers, and then of course, if it's in a market that you have your own product in, you can obviously sell your own stuff too if you want to. We're going to do a lot more content about newsletters. We'll be talking a lot more about that coming up. So if that's interesting, definitely subscribe and keep an eye on the channel for more content. But that's the quick answer.
All right. So I was just reading this last message from WTW, and it seems like they're having a support issue.
Okay, then okay, cool. Then here's what I would recommend. I need to learn a little more about who this is. I can't tell from the name. So WTW, if you can share your name, don't give us your email. I don't want that spread out to everyone on the internet. Then let me know your name in the chat. And then Nick, can you note that down and go talk to Samantha and make sure that we get him some help?
I will.
Okay. Or him or her, whoever that is. Yes. So we will make sure that someone is on this and make sure that you get the help that you need.
Got it. Yeah, David, I'll get your info to not Louise, to Samantha. I'll do that right now.
Okay, cool. And I did see a question pop in there. People asking about the webinar that's happening in just a little bit. I had a webinar that we did with ClickBank yesterday. It was a big one. It was a really big webinar. We had, I think at one point we had 1,500 people on live. And that was yesterday. That is different than the one we're doing tonight. So those are 2 different things, 2 different topics. The one tonight is I have a guest. So yesterday, ClickBank brought me on as the guest. And tonight, I'm bringing somebody else in as a guest. Okay, so 2 different topics, 2 different things. Yesterday, I was selling PushButton AI and trying to get people to join our early access program. Tonight, it is somebody else. It's a guest expert I'm bringing in to do training and to talk about their program. So it's an affiliate promotion friend of mine that I'm bringing in. So the 2 different things, and you can register. The link is pinned on the comments. You should see it in the comment, the chat area. There's a pinned link in there. You can go register. It won't be on YouTube. It'll be held somewhere else. So make sure you go register there. And it's like right around the corner. I think we're like an hour away till that goes live. Cool. Then I think I'm going to jump into the next segment because I'm running out of time. So we're going to move on to that right now. So apologies if I miss anybody's question from this, but we're running behind, and I got an appointment that I'm going to have to get to. So we'll do our final segment now. And the final segment is all about how to build an email list from scratch for free, even if you're a complete beginner. So if you'd like to get email subscribers and you don't have a big old budget to spend a bunch of money on ads, then this segment right now will be for you. Now, you can use what we're going to talk about to build an email subscriber list for a newsletter, or if you just want to be able to promote products, to a list, you can do the same thing. So here, let me get my prompter all set, and then we shall begin. Here we go. So you want to build an email list from scratch? Well, in most spaces, you're going to be told that it takes thousands of dollars in paid ads. You have to make all these different lead magnets. You're going to have to do 12 months of grinding and hard work just so you can build your list and get your first dollar in profit out of that list. But what if instead you could grow your list and start making money without spending a dime on paid ads? And what if you could do it in 1 month instead of 12? Now, if you haven't guessed by the title, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it with this simple 5-step strategy that I've been using to grow my lists for years. This 5-step strategy has been instrumental in my success as a serial startup founder and businessman. So by consistently applying what I'm about to show you, I do this over and over again, I've been able to build a thriving email list that is contributing that we'll retake note for editor. We'll retake that. I've been able to build multiple thriving subscriber lists that have contributed to my companies making $100 million in revenue. Now, I call this technique the commission chain reaction, and it starts a little something like this. First, step number 1, you're going to come up with an offer. The first step is to decide what you want to offer. And I know I said that you're building an email newsletter list, but here we're going to create a low ticket offer. Ideally, it needs to be a digital product. Think like an ebook, a mini course, templates, things like this. And we're going to put a low ticket price tag on it. When I say low ticket, I mean $100 or less. It could be as little as $7, but I think the sweet spot tends to be right around $29. So you're going to need to create this. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you going in this video is not about pitching my PushButton AI product, but it can do this for you. So if you are interested in having your entire low ticket product, your low ticket offer just done for you, created by AI as a completely done for you service, then you can check out PushButton AI, and you can go there, go to pushbutton.ai/demo. You can book a demo and find out if it's a good product for you or not. But you need that low ticket front end offer to go to the next step. And step 2 is to go out and find yourself some affiliates. So the next step is to find affiliates that will promote your offer for you. Now, if you don't know, affiliates, they're people that will sell other people's stuff in exchange for a commission. Traditionally, most people talk about doing affiliate marketing where they're promoting other people's stuff to earn a commission. And in this case, we're flipping it around. And instead, you want affiliates to promote you. They're going to promote your low ticket product and send you free traffic, and then you only pay for it when they make you a sale. And I'll explain more about that in a minute. So we're going to find affiliates, and you can do this by searching YouTube, LinkedIn. You can just go to Google and do blog searching, and you're looking for anyone who has an audience in your niche market. These could be Facebook pages. It can be people with a large Twitter followings, people with large mailing lists, anyone who has access to an audience that is in your target niche market. And you're going to find them, and you're going to make a list of them. And it just takes old-fashioned, good old research. You go click on their LinkedIn profile, you note down who they are, you find their contact information, you put it down into a notepad or a spreadsheet, and then you collect up as many of these potential influencers or affiliates as you can find. Now, ideally, I'd start with a large number, right? I'd like to at least 100 people that I'm going to reach out to, because only a small fraction of them are going to agree to promote your product. So we're going to reach out to them, and we're going to say, hey, promote my product. But there's a catch here. This is not traditional affiliate marketing. We're going to tell them to promote our product, and we're going to give them all the money. I know that maybe that made you panic right there. We don't want any money. We're going to give them literally all the money that we're charging. So if we're charging $29, we're going to give our affiliate all of it. This becomes a no-brainer offer, so the affiliate will promote you, okay? Now, we tell them, we make them that offer, but still only a small percentage are going to agree. And then they'll agree and they'll promote you on their YouTube channel. They'll send emails to their list. They'll do blog posts. And the best way to reach out to these affiliates, by the way, is just regular old email, which I know that sounds, a lot of people are looking for fancy technical solutions. Plain old email is the way that works the best. And if you're comfortable, you can send text messages or phone calls, try to reach out to them through direct message. And all you do is then step number 3, which I already alluded to, which is that we're going to offer them 100% commission. Okay. Now, this part might be the scariest, but keep watching because it's not as scary as you might think. You're actually going to be paying your affiliates 100% commission. So if they sell your $20 product, they keep the $20 in sales. But that's not going to be a problem because we're going to move on to step number 4. And that is we are keeping the customers. So your influencers, your affiliates are going to send you free traffic because they're a little greedy, right? They want to make those fat commissions, 100% commissions. It's hard to turn down as an affiliate. So they're going to send you free traffic and you keep the customers. So not only are you going to be building a list, but it's a buyer list. These are people that are proven to break out their credit card and spend money in your niche market. There's nothing more valuable than a buyer list in your niche market. So now every customer has already got out their wallet or their purse and they bought your low ticket offer and they're now in your list and it cost you nothing. So you just built the most valuable possible kind of list that you could ever have and it didn't cost you a dime. It took a little bit of your time to do some research, to send some emails. So let's say you invested 10, 20 hours in the research and in the contacting of your potential affiliates. But now you could be getting thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of clicks coming to your site where they become your buyers, your subscribers. And they're now on your list forever, and you can continue to promote anything you want, whether it's more of your products or heck, you could go out and promote other people's affiliate offers to that buyer list. It's like affiliate inception. That's why we call it the affiliate chain reaction, right? So by giving 100% commissions, you're setting off a chain reaction where they keep sending you traffic and then you get to promote anything you want to those buyers. Okay, that takes us to step number 5, and that is to launch your second offer to the list. And here is where you bank all of your profit. You get to promote whatever you want. So now you make a new, more advanced, more comprehensive digital product. It could be, again, you could use PushButton AI to build this for you. You could use all kinds of different AI tools. But now you have your list of customers who are willing to give you money, and it's time to sell them a second, more expensive product. Now, the awesome thing about this is now you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay for your traffic. You don't have to pay any commissions to anybody. You keep all of the money on the high ticket offer because your customer, like they call this the customer acquisition cost, right? Also called CAC, right? So customer acquisition cost was 0. It cost you nothing to acquire that customer. And now you can sell a $100, $200, $500 product and you keep all of that money because you spent nothing to acquire that customer. So if you can repeat this strategy over and over and over again, you just rinse and repeat. You can keep growing your list, and each time you do it, it costs you nothing. So for those out there who are seeking a low or no cost way to build a business, this is it. It is my #1 preferred strategy. In fact, I have an entire course that I'll give you for free if you end up joining PushButton AI. It's available to all PushButton AI customers. It's a comprehensive course called Commission Chain Reaction, and it teaches you step by step by step how to do exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'll give this to you if you become a customer. And if you want to learn more about PushButton AI and how it can help you accomplish your commission chain reaction, then you're going to want to head over to pushbutton.ai/demo. You can book an appointment, jump on Zoom. We'll find out if PushButton AI is the right solution for you. And then you can become part of our early access program. And then as a bonus, I'm going to give you my complete commission chain reaction course absolutely free. So there you have it. With that, I hope this was insightful, gave you a new way of looking at how you could build your business. And if you like this content, then give the video a like. You'll see the like button right down there. Give it a tap. It helps me out. I will be very grateful. And with that, we'll see you next time. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. What are you doing? The subscribe button. It's right down there. It's usually red. You want to click it. Click the bell icon and tell YouTube you want to learn every time we release new content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Okay, audience, we're going to do a quick round of Q&A in a moment. Let me do this. Let me go back and we'll do a very quick commercial break, and then I'm going to come back with your questions. But let's do this one here, and I'll be right back. We'll answer all your questions, and we'll wrap up. I'll see you in just a minute. For those of you who are not yet a PushButton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with PushButton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, PushButton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video, and the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our PushButton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit. And we can work together to launch your next business. All right, and we're back. So at this point, we want to do all of your questions. So ask me anything. We'll do a quick round of Q&A on any topic to do with digital entrepreneurship, and I will help you any way I possibly can. And then we're going to be wrapping up for the day. So if you got questions about any of the content we just delivered, or about anything at all, you can ask those now. And I know I'm running late, but we're going to do the final dad joke of the day. Okay, producer Nick, are you ready to rate this dad joke?
I'm ready.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Why not?
Because they crack each other up.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's another, let's say a strong 6.
It's still a 6. Okay, I thought it'd get a. I thought
I'm
maybe
harsh.
It'd get a 7 or 8.
I'm like a food critic. I'm like a French food critic. I'm very harsh. Well, my system's weird. 5 is neutral, so 6 isn't a bad rating for me.
Okay, slightly above average.
Yeah, that exactly.
Okay. How about audience? What do you say on the scale of dad jokes from 1 to 10? What do you give that one? Okay. on to questions.
All right. Okay, so we had from Rochelle, and this is in regards to reaching out to influencers cold. She says, isn't that considered spamming?
Well, no, this is a common business practice. So spam would be like if you went out and had a list of 10,000 just people, random people, and you just were blasting commercial promotional messages to them. That is spam. Okay. This is you're finding influencers and you're reaching out to them personally and you're saying, hey, I see you have an audience, right? So you have an audience that loves coffee, right? So that would be me. Like, so if there was a coffee influencer that had an audience who loves coffee, and I had a coffee mug that I wanted to sell, or a course on how to brew gourmet coffee from home, I could contact that person one-to-one and say just that. Like, hey, you've got an audience who loves coffee. I've got a course that helps people brew gourmet coffee from home. If you promote it, I'll give you 100% of the money. What do you say, right? That's totally different than just like, you're not blasting people and trying to sell your course on coffee. You're talking to influencers and talking about a business relationship you're trying to establish with them. Definitely not spam.
A lot of them want you to do this. This is how they make their money. If you notice, you get a lot of the social, like their Twitter or their Instagram, they'll say for brand deals and business, here's my email. They're asking you, they're inviting you to do that. That's what that's for when they list their email like that.
Yeah.
You can also use marketplaces. If you're worried about bothering people, there are marketplaces where the influencers will go and set up a profile specifically to invite people like you to do deals with them. So I'll link one in the chat, by the way. I'll do that right now.
Cool. And what other question we got?
Yeah, this is from W.
Oh, by the way, it looks like I just looked at the audience. So we got a 5, a 7, an 8, and a 9. Gigi gave it a 9. So my joke wasn't so. Yeah.
Warm reception.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh, he WTW had the suggestion of on the live streams having sections dedicated to issues related to the course builder.
Does the live stream have say what?
Well, he suggested it. He suggested that we do that we have sections dedicated to the course builder.
Oh, we could. Yeah. I mean, do we have? I think we have some training on the channel about how to build courses, don't we?
I think so. Yeah. Also,
Okay.
I think aren't there office hours for PushButton customers to go over this with the team?
Yeah. So
that's separate from this.
It depends. This. That's only for that's our ultimate customers that have like coaching and stuff. We have office hours, but I don't know if they're a premium or light customer. But we can, if we don't have content on the channel about how to make courses, we should. So we can just do that if it's not already there.
Yeah, that we do. We should have more content specifically on courses. So yeah, I kind of agree with the suggestion. All right.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? Can you make a note? I want to add 2 lessons onto our content calendar. Let's do one on making a course to give away to build a list, and a second on how to make a course to sell as a profit center. So we'll do 2 completely separate content pieces. We'll do them in separate weeks, but just put that on the calendar so we can cover both of those.
Okay,
We'll do a little bit more how-to. We can I can do some work with AI, and we'll show like step-by-step how to do it.
Okay.
And then we can even show off a little bit how to do it with ChatGPT versus how to do it in PushButton. And we can talk more about the strategy, but let's do 2 separate segments.
Okay, so I opened up my planner. I want to write it down again. Can you repeat that?
Cool.
Can you repeat that?
Can I repeat which thing?
The content you want me to add to the schedule.
2 segments. 1, how to make a course step by step that you can give away to generate leads.
Okay.
And then a second one that's almost identical, but how to make a course that you can sell.
Okay. Got it. Thank you very much.
Cool. Next
Yeah,
question.
live your best life. She says that would be awesome. That was my next question. So it sounds like that's something that's in demand.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's definitely do that. And I can't believe I thought we had training on the channel. Maybe we haven't done that. Maybe we're just
It's very top down, more strategy, not so granular.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do it step by step. We'll actually show each step of the process. We can show both with ChatGPT, but also with PushButton.
Right. And Gigi says she's writing her own 10 modules, 10 course modules right now. It's on
Awesome.
neuromarketing.
Cool.
And for relevant questions, we're caught up now.
Okay, awesome. All right, well then let's do, this is it, final round of questions. We can do it on any topic. So any topic at all. It's in the Ask Me Anything phase of the broadcast. I want to make sure I've helped you as best I can while we're here, and then we're going to be moving on and closing down. I'll remind you, by the way, while you're typing your final questions, that we're going to be back in just about an hour with a webinar. It's a private webinar. You must register to attend. I'm bringing it. It's not my webinar. I'm bringing in a guest who's going to talk about a very unique form of affiliate marketing combined with a unique traffic strategy. It's pretty cool. But you can register. It'll be held in a private webinar room, not here on YouTube. So I've pinned the link to that in the chat. Let's see if I can also pop it back out again. Let's see if I can get it here. Let me get it from here, and I'll put it in the chat there. There you go. Yeah, and that webinar is not going to be like, it's not a pitch for my product. It's an affiliate promotion from a buddy of mine in the marketing world. So he does have a system. He has an offer that he'll make at the end of that webinar. But there you can go register there and learn all about it.
All right.
Oh, and YouTube is, oh wow, YouTube Studio just knocked me out. Oh, okay, here it's making me do a verification step. Hopefully it hasn't knocked me off the air.
No, you're still on.
Okay. It's told me I had to open up the YouTube app on my phone and verify it's actually me. So, okay, now I'm back in. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, cool. And did we have any other questions?
No, we did not. And before we go, I want to push the video that went out just this morning. I'm going to pop the link in the chat. So.
Oh, yeah. So what's it about? I forgot what the video was this morning.
It's all about how to get high ticket clients and how to do it without being a liar.
Oh, that's right. How to make big bucks with high ticket clients without scamming, cheating, and lying your way through it. So, yes. So anybody here, if you're interested in getting high ticket clients, producer Nick just popped that link into the chat. You can go check out that video. It's new on the channel. And by the way, pop in there and drop some comments. Let me know. Give me some comments in there. Let me know what you think of the video. It's a little controversial. So let me know your thoughts about the topic in the comment section on that video. And there you go. So let's, so there you go. Head on over to that link. You can watch. It's a pretty short video. I think it's around 10, 11 minutes. And you can find out all about how to get high ticket clients without being a scam artist. And it's actually impromptu from a comment. So I had a user comment on one of my videos It was a video I did with Mike Filsame on the channel when I had Mike on as a guest. And they dropped I think initially it was intended to be kind of a negative comment. And so I made a whole video specifically answering that comment. And you can see it again, the link that producer Nick dropped in the chat.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think we'll wrap up. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a good video for someone who wants to, sell some premium priced products in an area they don't know much about yet. And it's like, where do I start if I'm a beginner and I want to start selling stuff in this area? So.
All right. One final joke. I got to do a final one. We'll end on a happy note of here. So give me your rating. You ready? Ready?
All right.
Yeah, here we go. How does a penguin build its house?
It glues it.
It glues it together.
Oh, I got it. I really like that. That's awesome. That's more than a strong 6. That's like 7 territory.
Okay, it's like a 6.7, 6.6.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, cool. Well, and I do see WTW's comments. So WTW, we're giving your support requests some additional attention. I'll make sure we get you taken care of. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure that you get a little extra TLC, and we'll take care of you. Gigi gives it a 7. So live your best life like that one too.
What is that? That's the third one today. Let's say that's the strongest one from.
That's the strongest of the day. Okay, good. Well, we ended off on a high note then.
Share your prompt with me. Share your joke prompt with me. I want to see I don't know which prompt you're using.
Okay, I'll share it with you when we go offline. So with that, that's it. So we're going to head out of here. Go check out that other video. Link is in the chat. And with that, we'll wrap it up. Producer Nick, thank you for your help today. Awesome show. And everybody, we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
The other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had PushButton AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using PushButton AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This PushButton AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
You know you can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse? Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business, or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called PushButton AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. PushButton AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with PushButton AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
For those of you who are not yet a PushButton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with PushButton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top, everything you need from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, PushButton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video, and the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our PushButton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business.